Okay, let's put the order of operations to use. We're going to start by evaluating problems. In our first example, letter A, we have 15 divided by 3 times 6 minus 4 squared. Based off our acronym, the first thing that we look for is parentheses. So if you look at our expression here, there are no parentheses. We next check for the next one, which is at E for exponent. We have an exponent right here. So I know that 4 squared is the same thing as 4 times 4, which is 16. I write down that minus sign, and I bring everything else down. 15 divided by 3 times 6 minus that 16. Once again, we look at our order of operations. We have multiplication and division. What you have to remember, it's multiplication or division, depending on what comes from left to right. So reading it from left to right, I have 15 divided by 3 first. 15 divided by 3 is 5. I bring down my times 6 minus 16. And once again, I look at my expression. From left to right, I see multiplication. And following my order of operations, I have multiplication before that subtraction. So 5 times 6 is 30. I bring down that 16. And last but not least, we only have that minus sign between those two numbers, 30 minus 16, which will give us 14. Our next problem is problem B. And this time we're working with expression 32 plus 7 squared minus 5 times 2. Following our order of operations again, we start with the P for parentheses. There are no parentheses. The next one is E for exponents. We have our exponents right here. When we work with our exponents, 7 squared, our answer is the same thing as 7 times 7, which is 49. I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem at minus 5 times 2. I can't forget that 32 in front of it. The next thing, we go ahead and look at this from left to right, and I see addition, then I see subtraction, and then there's multiplication. Based on our order of operations, we work with multiplication or division before using addition or subtraction. So now we have to work with this 5 times 2. 5 times 2 will give us 10. I rewrite that expression, 32 plus 49 minus 10. Now we can solve from left to right. As mentioned earlier, it's addition or subtraction. So when I look at it from left to right, the first thing I see is that addition. So I'm going to work with 32 plus 49, which will give me 81. I bring down that minus 10, and I subtract 81 minus 10, which will give me 71.